voila. Look at this interface. I've had fun configuring all that this afternoon. You might see a little window above me. This is the map of what I'm going to do. Maybe you recognize. Is the music playing at the moment? Just want to be sure. You're not hearing any music, are you? Just want to be sure that everything's fine. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, premarital. Let's see. Seeing the recycling bin called Corbeil confused me for a second since it's similar to my surname. Then remembered it shares the same Latin root as the French word. Yes, indeed. Well, Corbeil is also a last name in French, you know. Yes, it is. So, right. So as I was saying earlier, oh, my music is way too loud. There we go. Listening to some Tiken Jafakoli. Excellent artist from Center Africa. Mid-Africa? Anyway. So yes, the map above me right now, this comes from Arena. Can't hear any music. Excellent. So this comes from Elder Scrolls Arena, right? And I took this, I chose this script because it's pretty small, it's only a few rooms, it's pretty, it should be pretty quick to do. At least the architecture should be pretty quick to do. It's only a few rooms and some corridors. So this is what we'll try to build tonight. I'll just put the, let's see, a bit more like that here. There we go. Awesome. So let's get to it, shall we? This is the Unity window using the Daggerfall tools. So first of all, we open the RDB. RDB, it's pretty much the file that contains your dungeon's architecture. So we're going to build from that here. We click on Add Object, and now we have all the stuff, all the models, all the 3D models for Daggerfall. So all the furniture, the clutter, the structures, graveyard. For graveyard, dungeon furniture, basically, so cages, pedestals, statues, torture tables, because of course you need that in a dungeon. All the flats, so all the 2D sprites from the game. Boots, clothing, food, the exterior stuff, lights, very important in the dungeon. Dungeon stuff, so eviscerated bodies, bones, blood, guts, like all that non-PG stuff. And the markers that you need to define the door, the starting area for your dungeon. Gargamel, what inspired me to mod Daggerfall? What inspired me? Well, Daggerfall is the first Elder Scrolls game I've played back in 1996, and since then I've modded Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. Did several bunch of mods for those games, and when Daggerfall Unity came out, I noticed, well, I've been made aware that you could mod some quests. It was pretty simple to do, so I created some quests, had a blast doing that, and then I turned my attention to world data stuff. So how does it work to make interiors, to edit locations and all that? And there's this really cool guy or gal, Uncanny Valley, who designed an editor for Unity to make your own buildings. This is how I learned all the world data stuff, and now I was really happy to be able to modify interior stuff, to use the Unity window to build an interior, to reshape an interior, decorate it, all that visually. And so yeah, those were my biggest inspirations: quests and world data stuff. Absolutely. And I love doing that. Don't let him lie to you. He's actually learning all this so he can create his daughter's Barbie castle in Unity. Oh yes, absolutely. This is all the reason. Can't wait to share that Barbie Castle dungeon for Daggerfall. Awesome, awesome. Good to have you here, Primarital. Always appreciate it. So in dungeon parts, you have the rooms. So all the different rooms are there with the approximate dimensions. And if I look, I didn't open the map for me, the arena crypt map for me. Let me just open it on my end so I can see it. Crypts, references, and this one here. Okay. So you see the green door, that's the entrance to your crypt. For this, I'm going to take the standard crypt entrance and exit that you see in game. So click OK, there you go. We have this here. Let's put it at 0 for the position. That will be our center. Let's put it at 0. This little door here, it's a placeholder when you make your dungeon. It's only necessary for the blank file, so there you go. Oh, carrier has arrived. Awesome, Jehuti's here. Nice to see you here, Jay. Hope you had a wonderful day, and thank you for being with us here while we make a crypt, and a crypt from Arena. So we have our entrance right here, and of course you need some stairs going down. Thanks for more stream. I find it pretty fun to stream, honestly. I didn't think I would like it, but yes, it's fun times. The child of Ball has arrived. Oh, Kill DJ! Awesome, good to see you here as well. Kill DJ was here on my DG, actually, it's DJ. It's DG, Kill DG. Kill DJ was here on my first ever interior design stream, I think 2 months ago, so cool to see that you're still staying there. Awesome. So the crypt, of course, for the crypt you need a stairwell to go down because it goes under the earth. So you have this pretty useful search box here. So, oh, stairs are not in rooms, they're in corridors. There you go. And you can decide your type of architecture, your corridor, because Daggerfall has several corridor types. So arched, hexagonal, narrow, maybe, and square. We'll take square because I want to. And there's this pretty cool thing here, preview. This allows you to just have a glimpse of the different stair models that are together, that you can use them. Okay, not this stairs. You see, I need a doorway here. I know there's a stairwell. Ah, there you go. This one here. Square stairs, 2 doors. This one has a doorway in it, so that will be pretty useful, and I can rotate it like this, 180. Glad to see the router has improved. Yes, this is pretty cool to have an upgraded router. It's not the router, it's I've installed some mesh networking, it's called. So it's almost as if I was directly plugged into the router. So it's pretty cool to have. There is a disadvantage to the dungeon editor, and it's because there is no snapping with the model. So every model, every room, corridor, they have to be placed by hand, basically. And you know they're on the right level when you see them collide like this. This little texture error, you know they're exactly at the same spot, at the good spot. Then you only need to adjust. Here, there's a little gap. Okay, one more. There we go. That's good. We must get all of Daggerfall nerds in chat so we can summon Hermaeus Mora in real life. Oh, a little bit to the right here. There we go. There are no gaps or anything, so this works well, and we have our stairway down. So if we take a look at the map again, it's this huge room with several doorways. And, well, I've cheated a bit before doing the stream. I've looked if there was one such room, and yes, there is. So I won't need to search too much. There's one that has 8 doors. See here, room 4x4, 8 doors. This one here. So I know there's one extra door on this one compared to the map, but doesn't matter. We'll make an extra room for that. If you say all 3 times, he appears and arrests you. Hermes Mora arrests you. Yes. Oh yeah, we have the collide. So it's a lot of precision work. That honestly, that might be the little annoyance of doing interior stuff. But it's not too bad, I think, to get through. Right, so now we have those rooms. So they're all pretty much square rooms. Good. One important thing, if you want to keep it to keep the same style, it's a recommendation, but you should keep you see the wall texture, these green bricks, stone bricks, or just rocks, actually stone rocks. You should keep it the same texture, I think, for rooms or corridors that are close to each other. So it's just a personal recommendation. You don't need to follow it. So for those who showed up lately, those sterile people like myself, what software is this, and did you just point it at Daggerfall Unity resource to pull from? I'm using the Unity. I'm using Unity right now, and I'll answer a camera at the same time. Yes, I'm using the Unity itself with Daggerfall Unity loaded in it, so all the core files of Daggerfall Unity are loaded inside the Unity editor, and I'm using the World Data Editor. For now, it's not available at the moment. It will be pretty soon. It will be part of the official release, and so I will be using the World Data Editor here. And for the resources, well, since it's using the Daggerfall Unity core files, this is why I can point Unity towards the various models and all that of Daggerfall. I'm pretty sure Kevin Alexandre, K.A. Boissonneau, might be able to explain it better than I guess, because he's been pretty much part of the development of different bug fixes and features of Daggerfall Unity. So maybe he'll be able to answer a bit more better than I as to how Unity is being able to read the resources of Daggerfall in the software right now. So camera, I'm working on building a crypt. I wanted to do a simple dungeon. Oh, wasn't missed the question. Okay. Let me know if you need more details. So yeah, camera, I'm working on building a crypt for Daggerfall Unity. It's the first time I'm doing this. A dungeon, so it's a way to test a dungeon editor. So I use a really simple stuff to do to make it work. If you're ever at a loss for dungeon ideas, the old D&D Judges Guild Book of Treasure Maps 1, 2, and 3 are so good. Thank you, that's a cool reference. Let me take note of it right now while I think about it. Because I would love one day to implement some old D&D campaigns in Daggerfall Unity. That'd be awesome. It'd be the perfect game, I think, to simulate all those campaigns of D&D. So it's a Book of Treasure Maps. Books of Treasure Maps 1, 2, and 3. Duly noted. Alright. Asimov is here. Hey Asimov, good to see you. Awesome that you're here for the level design stream. Good to see you. Based on an arena map? Yes, Kamer. We're basing ourselves on an arena map. So we're rebuilding the little crypt that I've put a picture that I don't see myself, but I put a picture on the Unity window. This is what we are recreating. So I believe a 2x2 room should or maybe a bit. Yeah, this seems to be about the right size, more or less. So let's take this one. Arena, but good. Arena is a good game. I like Arena. When you're using rooms that are about the same size, that have the same pivot, I think it's called, you can just put them on the same height quickly by editing the Y coordinate. So, like I did here. Yeah, Arena is pretty cool. And was reading this on the older Discord, older Elder Scrolls Discord. There is this person, QSHV. I don't want to mistake the name. He or she is really knowledgeable about Arena. I think it's pretty much the reference, QSHV. There you go. And I agree when they said that Arena compared to Daggerfall is it's feature complete. You don't have any missing stuff in Arena. This is cool. Everything works in Arena mostly. You still have the usual crashes, but that's Bethesda for you. But it's an awesome game. I love it. There are some pretty cool features from Arena, like every class are somewhat unique. Like they have some different perks. I think the Ranger can move faster on the world map, and other such cool features. I love the game. I love the old school games, and if you notice, the mods have been releasing, yes, I've been releasing some, since I've modded Daggerfall Unity. Arena is always a big inspiration to bring some cool Arena features in the game. Daggerfall is unfinished, yes. It is indeed, and the cool stuff about having Daggerfall being unfinished is that it allows mods to finish those unfinished features, or to do more stuff. You know, common criticism, damn word. Anyway, a common flaw of Daggerfall is that the world is so huge that it's empty. And this is what is cool about modding. You can fill the gaps. You can fill the world with all that kind of new locations and all that. Criticism. Still have some difficulties with some English words sometimes. Criticism. Yeah. Criticism. Ooh la la. So this is getting simple. Is there another room? Okay, these two on the top left are connected. And there will be another one here that has another doorway. So let's see if there's a room. 2 by 2, but 2 doors. There you go. There is one. I getcha. Yes, thank you, Perimetal. Absolutely. See, this is that will be perfect. Now, of course, in game, the textures on the walls will not be always those green rocks, because depending on the climate the dungeon is in, the texture will be a bit different. So it won't always be these little green stones. A little bit to the left. There we go. Okay, starting to look like the arena crypt. What else do we have? So it ends with just a corridor ending nowhere. I haven't checked in game, so I don't know why it ends like this, but okay. So we have a square style. So we type square. And it would be a two-way. Let's hit preview. Oh, there's no doorway. We need a doorway first, actually. Two-way, one door. How does it look like? Oh, that's what is this like that? Okay, no, not like this. Dead end. Or one way. In Argentina, we can't pronounce a foreign word. We tend to add Sarasa, literally nonsense, after the last part we can say. Okay, so that would have been like criticism Sarasa. Somehow. No, so not this one here. Do I have just with one door? Square. Room. I have to search a bit. Two-way shoot, two-way, two doors. No, that doesn't work. That's on each side. By the way, I'm the one who named all those models, all that, and I'm getting lost in my own stuff. I want one that has a doorway, but that continues. Oh, it's a dead end that I just put on the reverse side. Yeah. I think. Yeah. So I don't want this style here. I want the green stone rocks. Will need to be this. Let's check the floor. Is it something with the floor? No, okay. The corridors are always have a wall texture different from the rooms. Okay, this one here that I can just reverse. Awesome. Here we go. How I will add the new dungeons. Yeah, new dungeons, they need to be added manually. Either you create a new location, but I won't do this for this project. What I have in mind for this project is to create several crypts. Yeah, that's just another work in progress project that may take a while to be released. I just wanted to give it a try in between my other projects. So my aim with this, there are only, I think, 7 or 8 different crypts in the game, and like crypt dungeons, and they're spread around 7 or so hundred of crypts. So it's just to make a more unique ones, so that visiting the crypt may bring you a different layout. So I would like, for instance, to maybe take the architecture of the layout of the ancestral tombs of Morrowind and take this layout and make a crypt with it for Daggerfall. This way, I'd be able to maybe create 100 or so crypts, so it might be a little less. You might run into the same crypt less often than before. So that's the aim of this project. So I will edit existing crypts in the game, existing locations, and just change the line that says which dungeon block it loads, so that it loads my own instead of the original game dungeon layouts. All of the the WIP project. Yes, lots, lots of projects. Always with with modding, there's always new stuff to work on, and not enough time to do it all. Oh, I didn't switch the model. There we go. I'll just keep the same texture, like this. It's a bit longer than that, though. Yeah, it looks like maybe 3 corridors long. So that will be the end here. I'll just put a little something in between. So that will be a 2-way, always in the square stuff. Voila. I can use the same coordinates here to have it align on the same position. That will be the -25. Copy and paste. Oops, nope, not -25. Got confused. Here, -12.8. Voila. Okay. There we go, that works. We have this small corridor. So if I take an overhead view, starting to look a lot like the one from Arena. Now we have 2 more rooms to add. It'll be a bit similar to the one we've just did, with a corridor linking to them. I'll need some corner pieces as well. Good. So let's add new rooms. So it's a 2x2 room with 2 doors, and I want them to be on the right side. That can work. Here, I'll rotate. No, this. 989 cemeteries and 390 crypts. That's how it is in game. I think it was. Let's see for Daggerfall modeling. I don't want to make every crypt unique, or I'll be stuck on this project for years. Let's see graveyards. There are 774 dungeon graveyards in the game. If I can make about 100 of those, and crypts are always mini dungeons, so it's really small dungeons. So if I can make around 100, at least that will be that'd be pretty good. For the cemeteries, I think there might be maybe you were thinking about the cemeteries in the cities, maybe. Ooh, is Unity stick? I forgot to leave out the name field. Ah, that's why. Ah, there you go. That's the right rotation. Still, that's a lot of different crypts. So oh, that okay. Excel spreadsheets are the thing of the devil. Did you use the Excel spreadsheet from KA, from Cab? Kevin Alexandre? He did a spreadsheet of every dungeon in the game. Yep. Yeah. Pretty useful. This will need a room. Technically, I made a program that wrote a spreadsheet. Yes, you did not do this by hand. Oh man, that would have been crazy. Okay, let's build the room right here now. 2x2, yeah, pretty much the same size. But there's a doorway on the opposite. So always, well, this one basically. Okay. So now we just need to build a corridor that links them together. Then we'll see in game, check how it looks in game. Yes, premarital, for those who don't know, premarital has the, I'd say lifetime goal, lifetime Daggerfall Unity goal of fully exploring every single dungeon in the game. That is, let me see how many dungeons there are in the game. I think this excludes crypts, by the way. 3,455 dungeons, on which you add the 774 crypts. That's a lot of dungeons to fully explore. Good luck in that endeavor. Yeah. And that's before Cliff starts throwing around random dungeons all over the place. Yeah, yeah, and when the editor will be released, hopefully more people will also take the editor and build some new custom dungeons. So that will be even more dungeons. Yeah, don't make me think about it. If I look at the map, at the arena map, we're not exactly the same size. The central room is more rectangular, while here we have square rooms. Doesn't matter if it's not the same size, at least it's around the same layout, so that's fine. So one like this and a corner. Yes, foes can be placed in dungeons. There is a marker. Oh, first of all, let me save my file before, in case there is a crash or something. Let's see. RDBs. I'll just call it Clift Crypt 01. Like this. Voila. Like if you want to build a werewolf-only dungeon, like you randomly ran into a covenant of wolves. I haven't checked much how it works to make specific enemies spawn. There is a marker you can place. In flat and markers, you have monster, random monster. This one here, random monster. I think once you save your dungeon, I believe you can go in your dungeons file and then select these markers and specify which ID of which enemies you want this marker to spawn. I think that will be how it's done. Since if you take the first tutorial dungeon, Privateer's Hold, this is how it works, I think. There are these random monster markers, and in the dungeons file, you can choose which enemies it spawns. So you have the rat in the first room, or the deadly imp in the second room, the thief, the orc, the infamous skeleton. I think this is how it's done. I think. Yeah. If you don't specify any enemies, it would load the common enemy table for the dungeon type you're making. So for coffins, mines, human strongholds, or crypts in this case. I think I'm gonna record my dungeon checklist adventures for posterity's sake. 1 dungeon per video, the ultimate Daggerfall guide. Whoa! And I think you're going with premarital. I think you're going with the standard size dungeons, I think. So you're not using the small dungeon setting, so that will be about 2 hours, maybe 3 per dungeon. That will be interesting to watch. Fantastic. It'll be another type of interaction that can be brought into Daggerfall. Like in Skyrim, there are caves full of only undead soldiers. Can make different types of dungeons. Yes, absolutely. Can make dungeons with only spiders, like real spider caves that only have spiders. Then again, I think this is how it works. Maybe I'm wrong, but it would make sense, I think. My mama didn't raise no coward. Ah, it is fun. What I really loved doing when I was modding more Morrowind and Oblivion, especially Oblivion, was making level stuff. So building, editing, dungeon editing, that's always been something I love doing. So it's pretty cool to be able to do it also in Daggerfall Unity. Ralzar Scorpion and Spider Torture Dungeon back. I would not be surprised if he does such a thing. He may take a note of it, now that you've mentioned it. So, we need a corner. Always keep the same style. Minus 0.8, 90 degrees, rotation. And I think, yeah, there's a little gap to fix. Voila. Yep. Seems good. Okay, and then there's a corridor and another corner. So two-way here. Let's see if there's something a bit different in case we want to vary a bit the corridor. It'll be this one here. Could work. And we have these longer two-way pieces. I want to see how it looks. Do that with existing dungeons. Okay. So, coming soon. Kamers, Scorpions and Spider Torture Pack. Nope. First, it doesn't work. No, it doesn't really work with the corridor here, so I'll get rid of it. We'll just keep these standard ones. It's larger, it seems. As if it doesn't work with this specific one at all. Okay, alright. So I'll just take this one then. Is there another one that's like that? Ah! Here we go, I was a bit confused. This is the one I need. I hope you're enjoying this little level design stream for Daggerfall. Doing custom dungeons will soon be a reality. There's no clipping. No. Oh, is there? Is it small? Oh, seems good. Okay. Oh. Damn, they're really close to each other. Okay, so I can't use this one. Alright. Let's just take the single two-way one, like this. Here. A bit of trial and error. Then when you get the hang of things, it's fine. It's nice to watch. I finished my own work in this time while listening to you and watching from time to time. Cool, Asimov. Are you working for the Templar and Temple and Templar Orders quest pack? Are you working on that, or maybe a sigil update? Oh crap! I did a mistake here. Yes. Ah, right. And testing. Cool. Awesome. So you're testing new quests for your temple quest pack. Awesome. Now, I said I did a mistake because you cannot duplicate models in Daggerfall Unity. In the dungeon editor, you can duplicate. Yes, if I press Ctrl D here to duplicate, it works in the window here, but it doesn't save the duplicated model. So never duplicate models. You always need to add objects right here. I cannot say exactly why it behaves like this, but it's something to keep note of, because otherwise when you save your dungeon, you will have lots of visual oddities. So yeah, something to keep in mind. You're addicted to Oblivion, but you're listening to the stream. Thank you. So I hope I accompany you well during your Oblivion adventures. Would it work here? Should work. Yeah. Oblivion is such a great game. Does it fit? Please tell me it fits. No clipping here. Oh, there's a little clipping here. No. Oh, come on. Oh. You know, I'll cheat here. There's no gap here, so I cannot fix it. Okay. So this is how the Daggerfall models are made. Sometimes they're not exactly the same pixel size. So I'm gonna cheat. It might show though. Maybe it will show. Let's see. Let's see how I can cheat this. Where are you? Is it this I can use? Somehow. And where's the glitch? Ah, right here. Ha! Here we go. That fixes it. And make it a bit more even. An archway like this still fits a crypt, so that's good, I think. Doesn't clip anywhere else. Here we go. So yes, there will be this little oddity here on the floor. It's Daggerfall, and I'll take the liberty of saying that it's like that. It's only 1 pixel that's clipping, so it's not 1 pixel wide, so it's not too bad. Now you see on the left here, there are these little numbers in between these parentheses. These are the duplicated models I did earlier that I will need to replace now with models that I add myself. This way there won't be any issues when I save my file. So I just need to go pick the same one. This was a dead end with 1 door. And the model number is 66205. We have the number model at the bottom right here. So 66205. This one. Put it close. Do a rotation. Then just pick the same coordinates. Here we go. This is fixed. Next one. And after that, well, good news, the architecture will be done. It will be... the only thing I'll need to do is fill it with tombs, loot, visual stuff, and all that. So that's cool. It's almost done. I should not have deleted. Doesn't matter. Still the pixel-wide collide. It's okay. And this is working well. Okay. What did I copy here? Oh, the rooms. The rooms are all duplicates. Okay. Model 62008. You can add them manually as well if you know the number. So. So, one down. Can't wait to see the place in game. Since it's the first... I did try the dungeon editor first at one point, but to do something like that... Oh, the other side. To do a real a dungeon that has that actually works, it's gonna be fun. I only did some testing stuff, like creating caves that look more like caves, but doesn't work well with the cave models that Daggerfall has. It's difficult to make these epic, large caves like the Moria. For this, you need custom models, which can be imported in Unity. If you want to do something more unique with your own 3D models, it can be done. I can tell you how it can be done. I have no idea, but I know it's a possibility. Okay, so we don't have any duplicate models. I'll save now. Cliff Crypt 01. Yeah, my old Windows 98 sounds. Okay. Looks a lot like the one on Arena, in Arena, if I look at the screenshot. So this is done. I will add a start marker. Flat marker, we need a start. If I'm not mistaken, this is the one to put. Yes. Okay, that's cool. Save. Voilà. I'll just reload the file again. Oops, not the building. RDB. Just want to make sure that it's all there. Yes, it is. Okay. So I've saved and reloaded just to be sure that the file was fine. We can see that everything has loaded as correctly as before. The start marker is there. Now, let's put it in game. See how it looks like. So to do this, I think you're not seeing what I'm doing outside of Unity, are you? Yep, it's stuck in Unity. Let me change this a bit. I'll just put it to show every window. Capture d'écran. Voilà. Right, okay, so how to put it in game now. That's what we need to do. This is the dungeon file right here, the RDB file. Oh, sorry, Asimov, I didn't see your question. Do you need to manually add lights? Yes, you need to. Yes, you need to add the lights manually. For the dungeon editor, it's different from the building editor. You can add the light sprites, the flats, torches and all that, torches, candles and all that. But you need to add a light property on your sprite for it to actually emit light in game. So you need to do it in 2 steps. First, you add your sprite, and then you add your light property from Unity. It's I can show you. I can show you where it is. Light. There you go. Simply hit right here. Type light. Radius should be okay at 100. I think it's the default one. You put OK, then you can put the light property. I'll do this in a few minutes as soon as we check in game if everything is fine. So I have the RDB here, right here. To see it in game now, I'll copy that. Copy. Then I'll go. Modding. Here we go. So this is my Daggerfall Unity modding folder. Put it in streaming assets, world data. Paste it. It's here. cliffcrypt01.rdb. Now we did a crypt. Actually, we need to dump the crypt location. We need to use a command to do that. So I'm gonna launch Daggerfall real quick. It will be even faster if I do it with just standard gameplay. Daggerfall Unity launcher. So I'm gonna launch this here. It's taking a while to load. Come on, Daggerfall. Right on. This is an older version. It's pretty much, it's just the one I use to dump location files. So let's take this random save. Hello. Right. So we're going to take a crypt. Let's take this one here. The Coppersly Graveyard. So you need to travel to it in game. And you type dump location. This creates a JSON file of the location. The JSON file contains, I'll just do a save here to be quicker for next time. The JSON file contains information as to, for example, which dungeon file it will read when the player enters the crypt. So this is extracted in the app data local load Daggerfall workshop Daggerfall Unity. This is where the file is dumped. Location 17396. 17, that's your region's number. 396, that's your location number. I'm gonna take a quick look at it now. See, we have the name right here, Coppersly Graveyard, the region name, all the map data to know where exactly it is in the game world. But what we're interested to know, it's the dungeon blocks it will load. So you have all these blocks right here. We want the one that's called is starting block. This is the one that you know will be the one that will load when the player will enter the location. For now, it's set to this RDB file, this dungeon file right here. This is one of the default game crypts. We want it to load one of our own. So let's see which one it is again. I'm lost in my files. Elder Scrolls, Daggerfall, modding, assets, streaming assets, world data. Here you go. cliffcrypt01. That's the one we wanted to load. So copy and paste this here. I'm not sure if it needs to be uppercase only. We'll do a test. If it doesn't load, maybe I need to type it all in uppercase. We'll see. We save the file, and we'll just copy this here. We take it, and we dump it in the world data folder of your Daggerfall Unity install that you're using to mod. Oh, Asimov, you have a question. I remember doing mapping for Might and Magic 7, but terrain changed for other maps only. Oh, that's cool. You're doing some terrain stuff for Might and Magic. Didn't know that it could be edited. Love the game. You potentially can add indoor areas, dungeon, but this has been very tedious and hard at the time I've been doing it. Oh, I guess it required you to edit several files, I guess. Maybe some X editing or something, since there's no real visual editor for Might and Magic 7. That's cool. So here we have the this one here. That's our crypt file right here, and it will read from our dungeon file we've created right there. If everything works well, it should show up correctly. We shall see. So we will launch Daggerfall Unity from the Unity window. It might take a while. It's always a bit slower. Daggerfall Unity window. There we go. Right. So we did a save at the graveyard that we've modified. I'll put the music back on, the in-game music back on for that. Let's put a save again. And cross fingers that what we've done has worked. Has worked. Let's see. Ah, good start. It's pretty dark because I haven't put any lights. Yeah, there's no brightness in the game, so enjoy the excuse the gloom, like our dear Emperor says. It's really dark. I'm not sure if you're seeing anything at the moment, but the rooms are there. So next step will be to add. Next step will be to add some light. Excuse the gloom, but Cliff's troubles are darker still. Yes, indeed. Alright. So, I'm going to exit now, and just put some lights. Not too many, just put some lights. But, awesome. The game has loaded the crypt we've just done. So that's really cool. Excuse the gloom. Right, so let's load it again. I'm just gonna put these light properties, even if it's not, they're not linked to any sprites, just so that you can see better the area. And another one. Right. Let's save again. This time I'm not saving in this folder. World data. Okay. Enjoy my Windows 98 theme. It's the mystery theme from the Windows 98 Plus desktops themes. One of my favorite from my childhood. So, testing again. Looks a bit better. We have some lights now. Well, not, not the strongest of lights, but still, gives you a glimpse of what I've just created. You have these cool shadows. So that's awesome. The architecture is done. Neat, we shall recreate Doom E1M1 in the Dungeon Maker. Oh, that will be awesome. Almost tempting to do at one point. Yeah. Awesome idea, Jay. That would be cool. Yeah. Totally, yeah. E1 will probably be easier than when those are outdoor sections. Oh yeah, there's some outdoor stuff. Well, I mean, you can import your own 3D models for Daggerfall's dungeons, so you could take all the assets of Doom and put it in Daggerfall. You find the ruins of an ancient civilization. Yeah. Next step. Well, the architecture is done. So what I can do now is at least add some lights, visual lights. Say a hanging torch. Mountain torch. The Tomb of Varn from Might and Magic 6. Oh, I didn't see your earlier reply, Asimov. Extensive scripting to edit Might and Magic 7. And Greyface added a nice map editor. Oh, so that's cool that someone made a map editor for Might and Magic. Yes. The Vessel of Varn in Might and Magic 6. Nice memories. And you can do that on this OS. So, Jay, you have a quest now. If you can do it on your OS, your quest will be to remake the Doom, the first Doom level for Daggerfall. Maybe even make a custom quest pack for it. See here, we put these lighting properties on top of the sprite. And add another one. Light here. Trench boom was not at all friendly when I tried it, so I don't think I'd go very far. Okay, well, it's always a nice thing to try. Okay. Here it could be. Could be a ceiling light, maybe. Say a hanging lantern. Or lamps. Yeah. Ooh, creepy. What are the other ones? This, that. Could be centered like this here. Like that. Putting all of Doom Episode 1 in a single dungeon. Oh, that'd be intense. Well, it would be perfect with the style of Daggerfall's dungeon. Oh, that's way too low. With these huge dungeons. Yeah, I think a hanging lamp is not too good because the ceiling is so low. The player will easily collide with it. Enemies too. So, doesn't make sense. I'll keep it with wall-mounted torches. Is there a skeleton torch? Just cool and a skull. No. Okay. Doesn't matter. Keep it nicely centered. It's this one. Details always take most of the time for building a location, I find. It's perfect. Maybe put 2 other torches here. It will really light up the place. And I'll add the other one as well. There we go. So what's the height? It is minus 6.3. Oh, it's pretty centered here. And minus 6.3. All the way here. Um, 1745. Copy and paste. There we go. That's aligned correctly. And we don't want it to clip on the wall, so always do a little test like this. Can the lighting of a dungeon be changed, or is that a game-wide setting? Do you mean the area that the lighting covers? Or like the color, or... Like if you created a dungeon that was almost pitch black in some parts, unless you had a light source yourself. Yes. Basically, you know, when we tested earlier without any lighting, at least on my end, I could almost, I could see nothing, almost nothing at all. So if you don't put any light sources in a section of your dungeon, you can have it pitch black. I guess there's the in-game setting of dungeon lighting that can be adjusted by the players. So if a player turns this setting all the way up, maybe the player will be able to see in pitch black dungeons. But if it has the default value, I would guess that you can create pitch black dungeons. Okay, we have these 4 torches. We're going to remove this and remove that. Player lights floor trapdoors into spire dents. Lots of good idea there, Jay. Lots of great ideas. Awesome. Yep, sorted dreams. Hello, good to see you. Didn't see you there. Awesome name. Now let's add a door. We need a door. The infamous red brick doors. See, you can put these infamous red brick doors all the way in your dungeon. Yay! Don't we like those red brick doors? This door should be good for that type. Here. Doesn't fit exactly. Maybe it's not meant for that. I think this... Okay, I think that's just a Daggerfall thing, that the doors never exactly fit the door frames. Yeah, you can create teleport-only dungeons. Yes, you can. I don't know how it works, though. I think you may need to edit stuff in the dungeons file. Because when you put the infamous red brick doors, you cannot choose... Oh, it's not a door. Oops. Voila. Where's my door? Okay. When you put the teleporter doors, yeah, I think it's... Sorry, I'm losing what I was starting to say. Anyway, you have to edit the dungeons file, the RDB dungeons file, to specify where the player will be teleported. But it's not something I've checked yet. See how it works. Okay, well, see, that's just Daggerfall being Daggerfall. The door does not fit the door frame exactly. Let's keep it like this. Okay, so let's give it another quick try, just so that we can see the torches that we've added in in the main room and at the entrance, and see how it looks. Okay, let's see. Oh no! Did I duplicated a torch? I might have duplicated this torch. That's why it doesn't show. But this one is fine. Ah. This is looking better. Now we have actual lights. Perfect. Awesome. So next step would be to put in some tombs and some coffins. But let's do a test. Let's put some enemies. Now this one here. This torch. Why did it not show? There we go, see? Little 1 here between the parentheses, that means I duplicated the torch. Yep, we can never duplicate torches. Otherwise, it's lost. So let's add it. Hanging torches, this one here. Comme ça. Voila. Now, I want to do a test. I want to add random enemies, markers, and random monster. what will happen? Let's have even more fun. Let's add more than that. Let's add many more random monster markers. Let's mess the game up a bit. Right. If all goes well, we'll have several, yeah, monster party. That's what we'll have. I think I'll toggle the god mode for that. Otherwise, we'll be killed. Maybe the enemies will fight each other too. If there's a thief or Oh yeah, full of rats. Here we go. Come on. Get the thief. It's a rogue. Oh no, he's killing all the rats. Dang. Alright, so that works. Okay. So the monster marker work. Awesome, it's the first time I used them. Cool. Very cool. You get to select where your new dungeon will be. Yes, you can. If you want to replace an existing dungeon, you have to proceed like I did earlier. So I traveled to the dungeon I wanted to replace. And I type the command, it's called dump location. This is what gives you the location file here. So when you want to replace an existing dungeon with your own creation, this is what you need to do. I could have changed the name, but I'm going to keep the classic name, classic location name. So you travel to the dungeon you want to replace, you type dump location, you get access to this file, and then you change the RDB file that you want to replace. So this is where I put my own. And you don't necessarily have to replace an existing location. You can create your own as well. To do this, there's a tool you can use. Let me link it to you. So let's see, I'll just switch back. Oop. Switch back to my Unity 3D stuff here while I search for the tool. You can use a tool that was created by Bad Luck Bert. Awesome Daggerfall Unity modder and contributor. Let me just get it to you. Won't be too long, I hope. GitHub. Bad Luck Bert. There we go. World Data Editor. So not to be confused with the editor I'm using, I will link it in the chat. This here, voila. You can download these files. There's a tutorial of sort in the docs folder, and it allows you to add your own location on the world map. So you specify the coordinates in which you want your new location to be, and it will show up in the game map. Just follow the tutorial to be sure. And once you add your location to the map, then you need to do as I did earlier. You travel to your location, you dump the location, and you edit the file to add your own dungeon file in it. A sewer system for existing cities and such. You could, yes. For sewers, it's a bit different because you need to have a dungeon in your city, basically. And it's different in the sense, well, not necessarily different, but you would need to specify a door in the city itself that would link to the dungeon, to the sewer system that you build. And dungeons can only have one door, one entrance door. So if you put multiple entrance doors, say you have a sewer system in your city and you would have liked to have 4 doors on the at the 4 corners of the city to link to the sewers through their own doors, their own door markers, it will not work because dungeons can only have one entrance. So if you have that's why in the game, when you have several doors in a dungeon exterior, they will always link to the same spot, even if the door will be further from the entrance door. So that's something to take mind of when you build your sewer systems. Now let's see, what should we add? Then I wonder if a teleport option would help create the idea. Good question. I did not experiment that, but feel free to do so and come back to me on that. That would be cool. Maybe a teleport option could work. Yeah, maybe. Full of ideas. That's what we love. That's what's cool about modding. Ideas. Speaking of ideas, it's time to fill this room with some tombs and stuff. Watching me build things out has me writing down ideas to flesh out. Awesome. I can show you if you want my document of modding ideas. Let's see. Because I'm always writing stuff for mods to create eventually. Stuff like clickable tombstones with randomly generated epitaphs, small walls surrounding larger village, and detailed temples. That's something I'm working on at the moment. That's for lively cities, so that's covered. That's something else I'm working right now, but expanding the farms, making the palaces more detailed. Nightly orders as well, making them more details, like some original banners, tables, basements, desert marketplaces, adding the locations from the Bethany demo. Kamer, if you're still here, I believe that was one of your ideas, so I'm not going to do it at all, I think. So anyway, lots and lots of ideas. Here we have, I think I'm going to call it cryptic crypts, because why not? New crypts, and take crypts from Arena and ancestral tombs from Merwin and put them in Daggerfall for more ideas. Yeah. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on big follows of. Hey, we have a bot! Alright. Cool. What's the name? KE13. Gone. Okay. Apparently that one's gone. So what did you say? Write in banned bots on your list and start with the guy above. I'm new to this stuff. This means you've made it as a streamer. Yeah, I guess so. Get your own bot. Well, I have one of my own bots. I think I forgot to activate it. Let's see. If I type ban with this name here. Let's see. We'll see if it works. Awesome. So, time to fill this crypt with tombs. Architecture is fun and all that, but it needs some proper tombs. Tombs that may someday have headstones with details. Hopefully. If it can work. Let's take a wooden coffin. No, stone coffin. Or maybe like this here. And another one. If you have any ideas for the crypts, let me know for ideas on how to detail them. How about loot? Yes, is that always random drops, or can you place, say, a silver sword to build some quest around? There's the tomb of a werewolf hunter, and you go and steal his sword from his tomb. The loot is always random, so it checks from the loot table linked to that dungeon, I think, to the dungeon type. If you wanted to make some unique loot, that would you would require a quest for that to make it work. Only with a quest can you call in a specific item to be spawned. Then let's take this one and put it. Oops, what did I do here? Not like this. How about that? Yes. And more like this here. Standing. There you go. Okay. Even put maybe a light, just a torch or a standing torch maybe. Torch standing on each side. Even the ideas of being able to place things wherever you want. Could be the madman's crypt where you can place all the items all over the place, like on the roof. Oh, yeah, you can go crazy. You can totally go... sorry, I need to take some water. You can totally go crazy with where you put your loot. Make it really unique. Something unique. Unique dungeon. And let's test the loot, since we're speaking about loot. And I have a marker, I think it's random treasure. Let's put it on top of the tomb. Maybe a door as well. Let's put a door. 3D models, no, dungeon parts. Doors. Model type, door. Little rotation. And let's fit it inside. Okay. It's the most exciting part of Daggerfall. Since it's a game I've played on and off for like 20 years, the idea of completely new things still being inside the realm of possible in the game's engine resources is always fun. Like one of the 1 millions of dungeons I've gone to, never seen a crypt on the roof. That might make it special. Could even do something like there's this dungeon in Morrowind. It's a Dunmer stronghold. I think it's called Telazero, I think. That is basically like when you open the door, it's almost like an illusion. You get teleported in a whole other dimension. You could do a dungeon like that if you wanted to. Let's do another little testing game, see how the random treasure will work and how this looks like in game. To the painting quest? Oh, into the painting, that's for the Oblivion one, I think. I mean, in Morrowind, there's a stronghold that you can open the door and it leads you to, I think it's a Daedric realm, I think. Right. So, how does it look like now? Will we have our loot? So, torch is here. I think it's a lighting effect that has its color is a bit different, but I think it's the light. Might need to fix it afterwards. Oh, crap! That didn't get removed? Okay. Oops. Alright. The enemies are there. Rats and a mummy. Very fitting. Okay. Oops, what happened? The rotation didn't save correctly, it seems. Okay. Maybe I forgot to save. But here we have the loot. Spawned correctly. Ah, and I did not add the light properties here, so that's why it's so dark. So loot works. The character is high leveled, so that's why there's so much gold there. Right, so I'll do my save inside. Oh, that's why the enemy markers. Let's see. Dome is fine here. I'll reload again, see if it's okay. Okay, that's strange. Right, there you go. So when you modify a dungeon file, anything that you add, any objects or 3D models or flats that you add and that you then delete, they're still kept in your dungeons file. I cannot say exactly why it is like that. But for instance, the random enemy markers that I've put, they will still be found in my dungeons file. So you need to delete them manually from your RDB file. All the stuff I'm showing and explaining, there is a tutorial, there will be a tutorial on the Daggerfall Unity forums. I'll take care of it later. There will be a tutorial on the Daggerfall Unity forum explaining all of those features. So when you add something that you see, it's still there. Yeah. Oh well. We'll live with it for now, and later on I will delete them manually from the dungeons file. So, light sources. We need to add some lights. But being able to create new stuff, new dungeons, new buildings for Daggerfall, it's a little dream come true. Being able to modify the game like that. Okay. See this corridor here? We could place a secret door at this spot. So let's do it. let's add a secret door. We have a secret door and standard. Standard, it's pretty much the typical rectangular doorway, like that. So choose door here and not model, so really want the doors. Preview, and then we check which one will fit the wall texture, because we want it to be hidden. Could be this, maybe. That's the one. And if we test it, yeah, that's the secret door. Should be on the other side, I think. Okay, right. So we have the door, and let's see if we can make it work. Yeah, I think it will never be exactly fine, but that's okay, I guess. Let's add another one. What was the model ID? It's 55012. Okay. Ah, it's already auto-selected. Cool. Door. How does it look? Okay. So if someone is pretty fast and only explores the room pretty quickly, maybe he or she will not notice that it's a secret door. Other people might notice it. So perfect. We have a secret door right here. Now, does anyone have any suggestions as to what could be hidden behind these secret doors? If there's a monster, the player will hear the monster, which should be okay. And we're going to, let's also test something else. Starting lock. You see here the starting lock? Maybe, put it at like, what, 10? Does it mean that the door will be locked with a difficulty of 10? That will be a test that will do. Asimov, you almost fixed your temple quest with 3 possible outcomes. One where you save the Templars, when you kill them, cool, and another where the law enforcement kills the Templars. Whoa, what the scenario? Awesome. Different outcomes and quests is a good way to make them replayable and enjoyable to play them again. See, we could put an altar. Altars. And to reward the player for finding a secret location, could be some gold. A loot pile. Oh, did I delete it? Seems like I did. Oops. Here we go. Okay, let's see in game how it looks. Hope you're having a good time watching this. So even if I'm in the dungeon that I've just modified, the new modifications will be enabled. Okay, there's something wrong with the rotation here. Alright. Okay. I'll have to check the dungeons file. Let's see, what else? I have a torch I could use. Maybe. Inventory F6. Ah, much better. Okay. Yay! Secret door works. Here you go. Okay. Here we have the loot to reward the player for finding the secret location. 70 gold pieces. Anyway, that's just RNG for you. It's pretty well hidden, I find. Really well hidden. Cool. Okay. So the secret doors work. The loot also works. But that stone tomb keeps rotating the wrong way. Need to fix it manually. Why? Oh, and the secret doors were not locked either. This is something I wanted to test. I have to do it later, so I'll just put it to 0 for now. And later on, I'll give it a quick test. So let's just save this. All right, cool. If you guys have any ideas of what I could put inside the crypts, let me know. I can just fill it with some tombs, coffins, maybe a praying room, probably. Could be a good idea as well. Maybe a pedestal. Oh, not a pedestal. Some sort of a praying room, maybe. Clutter, is it in furniture? Lecterns, yes. Some benches. So you could say that this room is for praying for Arche, the god of birth and death and funeral rites. So I'll put them exactly at the same spot. Is there a statue of Arche in here? Let's see. Exterior or interior? Interior. Julianus, Kinareth, man. Stendar, woman, and Zenith. No, not Kinareth. That's not good. Man. Does look like Arche. And actually, this one could be put at the center of the room. Oh, can make it a bit decayed, damaged somewhat. If Cab is still here, not sure Cab would approve this statue as RK. But I think it fits. It looks like RK. Could be considered RK. I can put the statue on a little altar of sorts. Little altar. 3D models. Dungeons. You're back. Hey! Cab is back. RK was once mortal, you know. Yeah. So, I mean, this guy, this bearded man with this clothing could look like RK. I mean, he's never in the temples in game, but I think he fits pretty well the role of RK. Oh, that's way too big for a pedestal of RK. I want something smaller. Ah, how about that? Ah, it doesn't work quite well. Flat is a bit too wide. Should be fine anyway. I prefer the square one. Well, you know what? No, I'll just leave it on the floor. Like this. Voila. But instead, I just had an idea. I will put these two triangular altars. Just like here, like this here, one here. And another one. I'll just rotate a bit. Oops, not this one. Whoa. Creepy statue, always looking at the player. Yeah. That's 2D sprites for you. That's how it works. I just moved the rooms by accident. Oh crap. Okay. Oops. I thought I had selected the statue, but I selected the main room. Now it's all... Oh man. Let's see if I can fix it. How about that? No? Okay. How about that? Okay, we're back on track. Phew. So, this on this. Okay. Does it look good if I put 2 candles on this? Now I'm going to test something else. The light radius for the candles, since it will be a smaller light radius, I'll put a value of 30 and see if it affects the radius. 30 may even be too much, but we'll see. Okay. So RK is in the middle of the room, overlooking the deceased. The deceased, sorry. And as for this little prayer room, it will benefit from having a light source. Brasier. Brasier pillar. Looks like that. Nope, that's way too much. Some candles? No. Maybe not some candles. Campfire candlestick. Candlestick. Nope. Maybe simply that. On the back here. And like that. Now I wonder if I can take and sign of RK, maybe. And try to hide it somewhat inside the wall. So that we can have these logos here. Maybe a bit tricky. I don't think it will come out good. It will just look like a sign. Well, let's try it. Not sure about you, but seems like doesn't look too good. You can put a colliding object below it, like a dresser. Oh, this way. You're right, Jehuti, this way. I could hide this little wooden post. Yeah, good idea. What about this dresser? I mean, the dresser would make sense as well, since inside the dresser you would find every object needed to do a little arcade ritual. Smoke and mirrors. Would it be tall enough? Seems like the right height. Maybe I'll not put it in the middle. Maybe more like this here. This is not even centered. That's better. Fantastic indeed. Yes. Awesome. So we have the sign of RK. And let's make the place a little bit more homely. I'll put a carpet. Oh, right. I cannot change the size of the models. That might be a huge carpet. Let's give it a try. It's not too bad. My other option would be to take a banner instead. So take a banner, let's say small one, but put it on the ground as if it was a carpet. I think in some of Daggerfall's locations, this is what they did. They took some banners to put them as carpets. Might look nicer. Say I take this here. Put it on the other side. Doing 180. This at 0. 180. Why does it? Ça fonctionne pas. There we go. So I will hide this little yellow thing here. So, does it look better with this one here? Or with the larger green carpet? I'll let you decide. While I save and take a sip of water. I think it looks good. With the smaller one. It's less invasive. Somehow. Okay, so we have a torch, we have the cabinet, RK. We have this. I think no door is needed, since it's an access to the praying place. Okay. Oops, sorry about this loud sound. Now we need more coffins. Oh, statues. We could. Oh, I have an idea. Let's take another one of those stone coffins. Ah, we have those ones. And then let's add some statues on each side. That might look cool. White sitting statues. Like that. Black ones. And another one. That looks great. And a torch, maybe. Can we put a torch on the statue? The head, maybe? Or just one in the middle? A standing torch. Maybe that. Light, standing, mounted torch. Of course, the light properties. I must not forget those. I also need to put it here. So we have this little detail here. Awesome. Let's just save now. And let's take an in-game look. See how it all looks so far. Level design is fun. Ah. So these lights, they emit, they have a lesser radius than the torches. And I think it shows. I'll put those light properties a bit higher. Because the pillar is dark. Okay. This one is still odd, but okay. What about the prayer room? Ah. Looks pretty nice. And we have this one here. With the cool statues. And the open tomb. Very cool. Very, very nice. So there's still some rooms to edit. That works great. Let's see, how much time do I have left for the stream? I think it's about maybe 20 minutes. Let's see. Yes, I have about 20 minutes left for the stream. So still have some time to add some more details. I fixed the lighting here. Of course, all of these rooms, they need much more details. It's a bit boring to have only like a statue in a tomb and that's it. So if I can find some more clutter to put in the tomb, in these different rooms, that would be great. This is still a mess. Maybe some banners here could be cool. Oh, I have an issue here. Another rotation issue. I will need to talk to Hazelnut about this. You see, the rotation has changed again. It's not the right one. Should be a 180 on the other side. like this, with this hidden, this yellow block. There we go. So I'll put some loot, or maybe not, maybe no loot here. I mean, the tomb has been opened, so there should not be any loot inside the coffin. There might be some cool clutter to put inside this room. Statues, pedestals, clutter. Ah, some banners. Why not? Could have been a member of some nobility, noble house. I take this. Oh, maybe more on the other side. Okay. Here we go. So it's just a little additional detail for the room. Otherwise, well, it can be a plain room without further details. Doesn't need to be extravagant either. So I think that's fine. I think we can lock this room and consider it done. So doors, door priority, and preview. Yeah, that door's fine. Right. So that's 3 rooms that have been done. Of course, this one needs to be edited a bit, at least. But otherwise, it's fine. What about that one? What could this room contain? Coffins are a given, of course, but maybe we can do something different about it. I don't know. If you have any ideas, feel free to let me know. We have some pillars. Pillars could be cool. Could be a cool feature to add. Maybe. It's too small. Medium? Does it fit? Ah, see, it goes from floor to ceiling. There could be some pillars leading to one of those tombs. The coffins. Maybe. Oh, we could maybe even put the coffin, we can elevate the coffin a bit. let's see the misc. Ceiling, shoots, floor. How does that look like? Oh, that's way too big. No, not that. Oh, the column is gone. Okay. Platform. One by one. Okay, maybe not that. Block stairs. No. Bridge should be marble. Marble? Okay, no, maybe not this one. That's too big. Ah, something like that. I'll be honest that I don't know how much I'll use it, but I'm looking forward to this editor's release. Just the ability to go in and fool around on some small projects is fun itself. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to do like this huge Daggerfall-esque dungeon with it, but I mean, if you want, for example, you could, I guess, say you have your own, say you bought your house in Daggerfall in game, you bought a house at the bank. You could, I think, dump the building of your house, dump the building file, and just go mess around in Unity and add some rooms at a basement. I think you could do it. It could be another use for that, using the editor, or just customize a small building if you want to. Random pile of bones. I think I remember random stuff laying around different dungeons. Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe a room could have been pilfered, or yeah, or just bones. 1,000 random foes. Oh my. And Elder Scrolls 2 Hearthfire. Yes, build your home and have your spouse, have your partner captured by orcs and bandits. Oh crap, I did not add the model. Oops. Yeah, something I forget sometimes to do. So this needs to make the ultimate mod horse armor. I wonder if maybe one day Ralzar with this realistic wagon, maybe he will implement health to the horse, and maybe you will lose your horse. Maybe. Mage's Guild vendors in the basement, including the teleport person and the spellmaker and the enchanter. Yeah, a cool thing about the building editor will be to add basements to public buildings. No one has a basement in Daggerfall, and there's a lot of potential there to expand the buildings. So basements can really be cool stuff to add. This is what I'm doing with the temples I'm re-editing. So I'm building several stories, well, 2 stories, so two floors, 2 basement floors, a small crypt and living quarters. Because basements, they're cool. Mage's Guild basement needs to be full of idle Atronachs. Yeah, good idea. Kind of like an arena. In Arena, the Mage's Guild has some aggressive spiders. So, something like this. Just want to say, let's see. Just checked. Just want to say it's pretty cool that we're 10 people, or 11 I think with me, just watching some Daggerfall Unity level design. So, thank you very much for watching and staying. It's much appreciated. If all goes well, I might do this every Monday. So every Monday I will stream some Daggerfall Unity modding. If people are interested. So that's cool. You're welcome, KillDG. You're welcome. I hope I entertain enough. Standing lanterns or standing candle? Oh, standing candle. That's cool. So this crypt has several light sources, but maybe another one I'll do, maybe I'll just put no light sources at all. As if it was abandoned. It's good to have some variations for dungeons. You never got the appeal of this mod to general public. What do you mean, Asimov? Like that. Okay. Maybe it'd be better here. Right. Oh, right. You mean Asimov? You mean the DLCs, basically, those small armor DLCs, and yeah, the horse armor of Oblivion, the infamous horse armor that became the norm now. It's pretty much the norm now to have those DLCs with only small items and all that. So that one will look good. Oh, I know. I know what can be put here. It cannot be interacted with, but I think it might look cool to have a sword. Either this one or that one. Let's say that one. So the door, sorry, the sword cannot be picked, but I think it might look nice to have it on the coffin here. Simple, like that. Okay, let's add a door. Stuff is going well. That's another one done. Cool. Now, KillDG should suggested one that has bones. Lots of bones. And some sort like a bone pile, or maybe add dungeons, flat dungeon. To be fair, Bethesda is generally kept away from microtransaction madness, except for TS Blades, but that's a mobile game, it's standard, yes. Imagine if you could upgrade your Skyrim loot for real-life money. Oh, mama. That'd be crazy. And Elder Scrolls Online has lots of microtransactions, but I've been playing the game since 2017. Yes, since 2017. I've played the game on and off. And what's cool with it is that, yes, you have some microtransactions, but you don't need them to play the game. It's mostly cosmetic crap that you can have. But you can easily play the game, level up pretty fast, without needing to buy these microtransactions. So you're right that Bethesda's never really been in this kind of market. That's good to know. Maybe if they made you pay for good loot, they will make the base game more hardcore. Yeah. Good point. Maybe. Yeah, so maybe a room that would have some piles of bones of several people. But I don't know on what on which 3D model I could use to put those bones on. Just so that they're not on the floor. With Dota, their game is completely free and available from install, and the only microtransactions are cosmetic only. That's pretty cool, and you don't have to pay. Awesome. I mean, that's pretty cool, because if you don't care about aesthetics, cosmetic stuff, you can easily play the game. So that's always nice. Skeleton in cage, skulls on pikes. That's intense to put here. I'll check some references. I need some inspiration for the bones. Where are they normally put on? Can put just some bones together on top of each other. Yeah, if I look at the ones in Paris. But that's not something you can do with the flats. I'm a bit, yeah. I think I'll just do another typical crypt room, simply, with several wooden coffins to make it a bit more different. What model is this? 41317. I'll just put several coffins next to each other. 3 might be enough. Or maybe 4. There's a bit of, yeah, there's room for 4 of those coffins. Let's say they're all members of the same family. Why not? Creepy. All those little coffins together. Should they be put on a pedestal, maybe? Each of them on a pedestal instead of just being on the floor like this. Maybe they're better on some sort of a pedestal or altar. if I hide it in the floor? Just like that. Here. Yeah, that'll be cool. Maybe a bit higher. Ah, that's better. 5110. 5110. So 1, 2, and 3. Oh, maybe it won't fit now because of this. Let's see if we can make it work. That should be fine. That should be fine. Right. I believe it looks better like this. On an altar of sorts. Let's make a save. And to complete this room, what else can I do? Once I will have completed this room, I believe this will be the end of tonight's stream. Beds, benches, crates, no. Cupboards, no. Lectern shelves. Shelves? No. Doesn't work. Some banners again. Cart. If you guys have any ideas while I'm trying to find something to fill the room with, let me know. Wood stakes. Signs, towers, pillars. No. And the dungeon stuff. Spooky sounds. Yeah, spooky sounds are part of the default dungeon. I think you're doing great. No suggestions from me. Thank you, Jay. Thank you very much. Maybe just a light. I mean, not every room needs to have all of these details. It can be just a humble, lesser detailed rooms for that one. So let's see if I can just find a cool light and call it a day. A painting. Oh, that's a cool idea. A painting might be a good idea. Maybe one of those people is a painter or a family of painters. Why not? Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea. Thank you, Jay. Cozy credenza. I have to Google what credenza is. I don't know the word. Credenza. Oh, right, that's one of those storage stuff. Yeah. Right. Kind of like a drawers of sorts. A sideboard. So how much, Sordid Dreams, your question. How much does adding all this detail mess with monster pathing and such? Well, the AI takes care of it. The AI will always circle around your 3D objects that are in their way. They'll try to, at least. Sometimes they may be limited, but sometimes they can be surprising. But yes, you could you could put 3D models all around an enemy so that the enemy will never be able to move or get out. Such as if you put the monster marker, if you put it in a cage, the enemy will be stuck. So hopefully the monsters won't have too much of a problem. Getting around. What about some traps? Never really understood how that works in Daggerfall. And regarding traps, I also don't know how they work in the editor. I haven't had the time to check it out. So I don't know how it can be done. I wonder how. Maybe it could be possible to create some new traps, like have some walls move together to squish the player. I don't know. Maybe. I'll need to check that out. Sometimes a random light or post will try to kill me. Yeah, there are some of those traps. When you click on them, on those sprites, you die. That's Daggerfall for you. Daggerfall Unity doesn't have a fancy pathfinding mesh, so it's just as bad no matter how you put things. Yeah. So, well, that's one less difficulty to work around with. You don't have to care about the pathfinding. See, I'm going to put these chandelier, anyway, this one. The candles are out, so I'll let it like this, and I won't put a lighting source on it. Oh, and if you checked, it's the room with the hidden door. Great. Okay. Let's save. Oh, let's add a door here so that it can be called. Can call it today. Let's see. Dungeon part doors. Classic door. Here we go. Should be good. Right. Let's check it out in game. Oh, check the chat. Time sync. Well, for Dota, I mean, if you like the game, you like spending time on it, and you can progress and have fun. I don't see anything bad with that. I mean, as you're having fun. So. Right, so. Ooh, nice shadows. Yeah, if you're not having fun, there's always other games to play. Okay, so this is fine. Looking good. Oh, this is empty. The doors will need to be fixed a bit. I'll need to fix the height a bit. Yeah. Ah. 3D door, a 3D sword looks cool in the coffin. Yes, it does, right? Started with the sword, makes it, yeah, looks great. Ooh. Want to know why this door is not working? I did not set a door property on it. That's why I cannot interact with it. So I'm going to use a secret door. Yep, good point. Sorry, the dream. It Pretty much as if it was the sword of the person who was buried there. So it could be a noble knight. For example, a noble warrior, like you say. I love doing environmental storytelling. So let's go on the other side. There we go. So it's a bit dark. Don't know if you see it well, but we have those 4 coffins right there. Looking forward to Wolfenstein-esque secret doors to treasure troves. Well, that one could be. The secret door that we've put at an hour ago leads to some loot right here. So that's cool. Okay, so that went well. Creating the script. Of course, it will need to be finished. There are still some rooms to complete, some little details to add maybe. It's always all darkness, always has been. There you go. Let me. This is how it looks so far. That looks cool. I love doing level design for Daggerfall Unity. Let me switch scenes. There you go. So I hope you had a good time watching this. Thank you very much for being there. Thank you for the follows. Much appreciated. I will be doing this, I think, every Monday. Call it modding Mondays. There you go. Every Monday, so I'm going to do some modding. I don't know next week which mod I'll do. Maybe I'll continue the crypts. Maybe I'll do another building. And we'll see. We'll see what we'll do. Next Wednesday, this week, Wednesday 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, we are continuing the adventures of Coconut Halves and Crusadezola, the Argonian Crusader, sorry. So if you want to tune in to Crusadezola's adventure with the horse, Coconut Halves, see you on Wednesday at 7:30, and there you go. You rock. Thank you, Jay. You can call me by my real name. I don't mind at all. So yeah, you can call me Benjamin. You can call me Benji, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, really. Thank you for the kind feedback. Your real name is Clifford. Okay, call me Clifford. Call me Clifford, right now. Yeah, you can. Au revoir and good stream. Au revoir, Kill DJ. Nice to have seen you there again. Banjo. Premarital Banjo. Okay. Clifford Banjo. Awesome. So thank you all again for being here. It's much appreciated. And it gives me a good reason to tackle some new modding ideas. All in English. Man, it requires a lot of energy to speak in another language for like 3 hours. Yeah, I'm pretty tired now. I'll go take some well-earned sleep. And by the way, before I forget, I need to post it here for anyone who is not on the unofficial Discord Unity server. And if you're interested to join us, we're a fine bunch. Let me paste it here. This is the invite for the unofficial Daggerfall Unity Discord. You are invited. And we speak about modding, Daggerfall Unity, and all that stuff. Other games as well. So come and join. And until next time, I hope you have a good day and a good one. Alright. Au revoir, bonne soirée. J'espère que vous êtes bien amusés. Bonne soirée. Bye bye.